Hello. Welcome to a late start stream. I had some doctor's appointments and I needed to eat and take a minute for myself before stream. So, late stream. It's just an hour. Not that bad. All right. Well, hi GC. I know I said last week we would have sprints, but we're not. We're gonna just still have the chill co-working thing. For two reasons. One, my hand is a little swollen today. And two, I'm gonna go back to working on the prequel. I need to reread it to the point of where I left off to finish writing it. At least I feel like I need to reread it. So, yes, I can reread in sprints, but I don't feel like it. So we're just gonna do chill time while I reread what I have wrote of the prequel, so that I can finish it. That is why we're not having sprint time, or why we're not going back to sprints, I should say. Those are the two reasons. Yeah, because I hurt myself at work. So my hand is a little swollen. How are you doing, JC? Did you eat foods? My roommate ordered McDonald's and let me have some of his chicken nuggets. So I had chicken nuggies. Also, the update for Spirit City did come out. So it didn't update too much. It's the winter. The spring, update came out. And let me move to I didn't even, wow, I thought I shared the screen, or maybe I turned it off on accident. Share, there you go. The spring update came out. Okay. And it didn't actually give us too much. There's a new background, that's Japanese inspired. And I feel like it's not the vibe. It's not the vibe. So I'm not using it. All the spirits got little spring updates, and they're pink, and they have a little cherry blossom somewhere on them. Some of them are cute, and some of them are it's just pink. As someone who does not like pink. And there wasn't really too much wardrobe changes that I saw, because I looked through some things. But we do have a new spirit. So, do we want to continue collecting kitchen spirits and do the new spring spirit later? Or do we want to get the spring spirit and then go back to getting kitchen spirits? What would we like to do? That is my question. Because actually, what do we need to do for the spring spirit? I don't even know. So we'd have to have daytime. While the sun is out, every time I tidy the floor near the window, I notice soil-covered footprints appearing a few moments later. So we'd probably have to sit in the bay window, is my assumption. And I have seen the spirit. On Discord. It's cute. It's cute. Actually, do I have on here? No, I just realized I never put up sticky notes on the Kanban board for Project Blasphemy 1. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, this is over. There we go. This has not been a year for my Kanban board, for sure's. Oh. Ooh, okay. Sorry. It's been a day. Oh no. Is everything okay? I'm trying to edit to make something good out of it. Oh. I'm sure it'll be fine. I have not watched your most recent vlog yet. I got in a loop watching Hermitcraft over the weekend while I was getting ready instead of your vlog, which is usually what I do. At minimum, I watch the vlogs on the weekends while I'm getting ready for work. So I'm behind. But I hope everything's okay. I'm sure the video will be just fine. Oh no, my car won't start. My battery is so dead now that it can't be jumped. I finally have the money to get a battery and now I can't get there to get there. Get there to get it. There we go. Words. Oh my god, that sucks. I hope maybe somebody can give you a ride soon. Oh, that sucks so much. Plus, I'm hoping I still have a P.O. box because I wasn't able to get the money to renew it in time, and now I have the money to renew it, but I can't get to the post office to give it to them either. Oh my god. And you can't like call and make a payment over the phone? Or do you have like cash? And you have to pay in cash. To be fair, I don't remember the last time I called the post office, so I don't know. I usually go to the website. No, because it's late, so the only way I can... Of course. Of course. Lame. Lame post office. Lame. I'm sorry. That's super sucks. Well, hopefully you can find someone that maybe can give you a ride to the post office and the AutoZone to get a battery. Or one so you can do the other. Like, oh god, that does suck for sure. This is this year. This year. We're not even halfway through. That reminds me. I should look at the card that I pulled for the year and see it and check in with it. I also haven't prayed at my altar since surgery. I should probably do that too, now that I can lift some of the items so that I can run oils. So that might help my words. That might help me feel better. It's what I was trying to say. Let me check YouTube real quick. Hello, I'm live, YouTube. Don't lie to me. People are talking to me in chat. There you go. Don't be a liar, YouTube. Let me see. When I called them, they couldn't even tell me whether I still have it or not. They did try to ease my fears and say they don't always just immediately close the box, so it may still be there, but no promises. Yeah. That sucks so much. I'm sorry, friend. There we go. YouTube side looks good. Okay. It's okay. It is what it is at this point. Yeah. That's fair. I am going to be posting. It'll probably be better if I post another video instead of like a written post. I might just do a short. I don't know. But our streaming schedule on Fridays is going to get shaken up come the end of the year, or not the end of the year, end of the month. Wow, my brain. Because I have been forced into going back to working full time. Luckily, it's still the desk and I will not be working the floor, but it was either I work full time. Not that they said this, but this is what it felt like. I either go back to working full time or I lose my position, and then who the hell knows what would happen to me then. So I will be working full time, though the benefit of me working at the hospital for almost a decade is I knew of a little cheat way to, it's not really cheating, but it just feels like it, to be full-time without actually working 100% full-time hours, that I know some of the nurses used to do. I don't know any nurse that does this right now, but I knew a couple of nurses that did it in the past, and I asked about it and they said yes. So I'm going to be working like altered full time. So yay me. But that will mean, and like I said, I'm going to post a video or at minimum, I'll do like a community written post. And I'll probably put it on Ko-fi too. But, it will mean that we will have, I will be working every other Friday, pretty much. I have to work 2 more Fridays at work. So I don't know if that will mean I will move game night to maybe Thursday on the Fridays that I work. Because I can't stream after work, because by the time I get home, there won't really be a lot of time to stream and then go to sleep and then go to work the next day. But I think for at least June, I'm gonna just not do anything extra. Won't have a stream every other Friday as I figure out how I feel and the schedule. And then also things might change as my hand gets better and I'm not tired from pain as much, hopefully. Fingers crossed. As I don't have to worry about being pain tired, I might be able to manage working on like a Friday, coming home, and then maybe it'll be a short stream kind of thing, and then go to work the next day. So we'll see. But June for sure, at least, we'll have 2 less streams for the month. For sure's. But like I said, I'll post something. So we'll have 2 life update posts instead of real videos on the main channel. So yeah. Actually, no, because it doesn't really affect the main channel. So maybe I will do a short and just post it on this channel. I have to decide, because it really only affects this channel. It doesn't affect the main channel. I don't know. I'm also thinking about skipping next month or this month for the main channel anyways. I don't think there'll be a video on the main channel. I don't think I have the energy for it. Let's see. Mentally and emotionally, I understand you, friend. That is the life I'm living right now to varying degrees. If I get silent real quick, it's because I'm filming a clip for the blog, an update clip. Yep, that's fine. I heard that part though. Excuse me. Good lords. Goodness. What am I trying to say? I don't know. The brain is not braining in a very logical way. Oh, stretch. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to because Josie's filming a clip. This is the sync one. Lunchtime. So we have 2 general ones, sync, and then 3 deep. Well, the sun is out every time I tidy the floor in it. Okay, you know what? Let's do a morning one in the kitchen. And then we'll come in here and do the other spirit, and then we'll go back to the kitchen. That's what we'll do. We'll pretend like we're just doing a whole day. That's what we'll do. There we go. Decision made. What spirit is a morning spirit? That's lunchtime. Veggies in bite-sized pieces. Let the sun in the kitchen motivate you. Best prepared in the early morning. Okay, and then which one's this one? Here we're going to start early to have lunches ready on time. Do I want the dust bunny, or do I want this new one? Let's do the dust bunny. Okay, so let's do morning. And we need to go to the kitchen. And we need to chop. And I change spirits to the dust bunny. Where are you? Here we go. You know what? We'll do the new one. Yeah, we'll do the new one. We'll do the spring one for this one because he's kind of cute. Okay, let's do that. Go back. And can I make it rain without messing this up? I can, yes. Yay, okay. You know what? I'm compelled to do the chopping sounds. It feels like it's wrong to be chopping without chopping sounds. Where is that one? Here it is. There we go. It's reading like a cookbook. Oh my god, it's so cute. Okay. My phone is going crazy. I'm getting all these messages from the portal at the doctor's. All right, let's try. Let's start reading this prequel. I roughly remember what this was about. Oh wait, let me do. Where is it? This one. Do that one. Okay, I did the clip. Ooh, that was nearly an 8-minute clip. I remember doing that. I remember doing that with the vlogs. Where I'm like, oops, I've been talking for 15 minutes. Well, that's going to have to get cut down. Now let me see how much more I can edit. Hopefully you can edit a good amount. I did not mean to start editing this while I was reading this, and I'm realizing that's what I'm doing. I'm checking all the Grammarly things. I am not supposed to be doing this. Oh my god, I'm just supposed to be reading it. Okay, you know what? We're restarting. I'm gonna start from the beginning again. Oh, excuse me. What is the simulated version of you cooking? I don't know. They're cutting up cucumbers and carrots. And then they have little like oh, what is it called? Bento box. Like things set up in front of them. Oh. I don't know. And then this is just decoration. This, I think it's like onions. And then I don't know what. this is next to it, but that one's just decorations. But I thought it was fitting to have like 2 cutting boards. Oh, it looks like some kind of stew. It looks like it's cut rough enough for stew. You have the option to like simmer something on the stove that looks like soup or stew. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes more sense. I was just curious. No, that's fair. If I was watching this more, I think the fact that the sound is not coordinated with her chopping would bother me so much. But I'm not watching it in detail, so it doesn't. But every time I look over and I notice, and I'm like, why is it not in sync? I am so interested in my prequel. I forgot how radically different these 2 characters are from Lucien and Oveja. Like, so different. At least, especially at the beginning of this story. Are they that different? Yeah. Like, so this is the prequel where it's like, it's going to be free and it's going to be kind of like a reader-ish magnet. So if you don't read this one, you're not necessarily missing out. Like, if you only read book 1, you're not necessarily missing anything. But if you read the prequel, there are things in book 1 that are like one-off comments that will make sense. Because in the prequel, you find out that Oveja is not the second coming that's happened. She's the second one. She's a redo. Because the prequel is about the first second coming, who also decided to choose love over violence for the rapture. So in that sense that they're the same, but at the beginning of the story, there are 2 very radically different characters. Emanuela is very much what I would deem a classic young woman, religious young woman. Something I like very also much like relate to. What the young woman that you would coin as like a good girl. Where like she's never actually done anything wrong in like her life. She follows every rule. She's pious, she's kind, she's just like everything that they tell you to do, plus the fact that she's the second coming of Jesus. Like, on top of that, a lot. Except for the one thing of the reason why this story is even happening is that she has a friend that she wants to meet. This one little thing in her life that's hers and has nothing to do with who she is. Her whole life is centered around who she is because she's known her whole life that she's the second coming of Jesus. Versus, again, like Oveja finds out much later in life that she is the second coming. It's hidden from her. And that is just like something that's like said in like a sentence or 2 in the book 1. So if you read the prequel, you can kind of see that difference. slightly in comparison their two lives, like how different they are. But wanting to meet this one person before she has to do the rapture is just this one wish, this one thing that's hers. Has nothing to do with God, nothing to do with her duty, nothing to do with who she's supposed to be or who she's been trying to be her whole life. Which is why this story takes place. Her going to the moon to find her, to meet her friend who happens to be the Antichrist. They just happen to have come across each other in the like virtual pen pal way, without realizing who they are. And Emanuela, because this is literally in chapter 1, second, what page am I on? Second page, where it's literally first paragraph. You can tell that she knows she's not supposed to be running off. This is a bad thing, and she's a good girl. And you get the sense of she had to sneak out of the house, and she's so scared, and she's so terrified of being caught. Versus Oveja, who is strong and self-confident and doesn't give a shit about anything to do with who she is and her duty or God, and stands up for herself and is like, fuck you, and all this stuff. And just having finished reading that to do the edit before I sent it to Bungle and Laura and everyone else who just kind of got an update from the last one I sent them, and then going to read her, it just hit me how different I made these two characters who are supposed to be filling the exact same role, but are two very different people because of how they were brought up and choices that were made in the hopes that the end result would be that they would end the world. So, I don't know. I guess what I find interesting is that my brain came up with this, and I'm post reading this. I'm just realizing, because I'm talking like I'm analyzing someone else's writing, but I just had a moment of realizing I wrote this. I have no idea what that says about me. I have no idea what that says about me. Chop chop. Hi, Bungle. Oh, you just missed my whole rant. Because I'm rereading the prequel so I can finish writing it of Project Blasphemy, and I had a realization that the second coming of in this prequel is vastly different from Oveja, and how different they are what like astonished me. Uh-oh. Okay. And as I was talking, I realized I sounded like I was analyzing someone else's work. Like I was praising someone else's like amazing 2 things, and I was like, I don't know what that says about me that I forgot that I was talking about my own work for like a second. The best way to edit your own stuff is to forget that you're the one who wrote it. Yeah, no, I get that that's the point of like after you write it to put it aside for a bit and then go back to edit it. I do think the second edit of Project Blasphemy went better, not just because I had Grammarly, but because I had a break and I had written part of the prequel and I had written more than half of book 2, so my brain hadn't been so focused on, that's not what I meant to do, on book 1. So it did give me like a mental break. But while I was mid talking and like ranting about how good the 2 characters were and how different they were when they're supposed to play the same role, I realized if you didn't know that I had written it, it sounded like I was talking about someone else's work. At least to me, in my brain. I don't know. I'm overanalyzing myself, I think. I'm overanalyzing my overanalyzation. But we'll see. We'll see what other people think. If anyone reads the prequel along with book 1, because you don't need to read the prequel to read book 1. You could never read the prequel and not lose anything and just read book 1. But if you read the prequel and then book 1, you get more from it. This sounds fine. What I'm interested in, Bungle, is because you're reading book 1. You're the only person that's reading it that knows Spanish, and I have a little bit at the beginning. So as of right now, you're the only person that could tell me if it makes sense. Because I just read a Spanish part in the prequel. And I remember the gist of what the conversation was supposed to be, but I don't know if the sentences are correct anymore. Because it was so long ago. Yes, I am. Yeah, Espanol. Yes. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Because Esther was gonna read book 1, but then she got busy with her publishing schedule and life and stuff. So she would have been the only other person that could read it that knows Spanish, that could tell me if the Spanish makes sense. I just realized I have Spanish in my book. That is probably something I should consider in finding an editor. And I didn't think about that previously. I should probably find an editor that knows Spanish. Like, they don't necessarily have to be Hispanic, but someone that would be confident enough to tell me if the little bit of Spanish I put in the book is correct. I should realize that. There's something I have to remember when I go editor shopping. Yes. I'm like scrolling through right now, looking for the Spanish. I can tell you it's before the time jump. So it is before the time jump. It's after the spicy content. Yes. Yeah. After the spicy content, before the time jump. And it's in Oveja's POV. So if that helps you, if you're trying to skim for just that. I mean, that's not my fault that is what you found first. Just saying. There's a lot of those two things in this book. So, but we have a spirit ready. So let's go from spicy tongue and ping to cute spirit. My brain works mysterious ways. Oh, this is not the one that I was trying to get. Okay. Interesting. Squire Sprout. I'm gonna have to look to see how I messed up, but let's read about this one. Chop veggies in bite-sized pieces. Let the sound of the kitchen motivate you. Best prepared in the early. Oh, I wonder if it's because I put the sounds on. Yeah, it's because I put the sounds on. Oops. That's not fair. That's rude. Okay. Squire Sprout. Taking A wrong turn down the vegetable aisle of a grocery store might just lead you to the legendary kingdom of Veggieland, a bountiful realm where produce reigns supreme. The brave but bashful Squire Sprouts are eager young warriors who hail from this kingdom. Oh my god, this is adorable. Okay, though skilled with a sword, they are still working on their confidence and have journeyed to Spirit City on a quest to prove themselves. Oh my god, this is so cute! I lost where I was at. Always eager to lend a helping hand, they consider even the smallest task an epic quest, making time a dutiful ally in the kitchen, or making them. Why did I say time? Oh my god. Making them a dutiful ally in the kitchen. Oh, my dyslexia is ruining this cute thing. Squire Sprout can come in a variety of forms, from sturdy root vegetable to leafy green, each determined to grow into young champions to bring joy to their houses. Oh my god, that's so cute. That is so adorable. So adorable. So far, I'm like, muchas gracias. It's totally fine. Let's see if that's not what I wanted. Can you see the other little squire things? Where is it? There it is. Oh, that's so dramatic. You're so cute. Oh, you can. Okay. That's adorable. An onion. A purple onion. Another. Oh yeah, no, white onion. But this one looks like it's the spring version. A green tomato. That's cute. A regular tomato. I'm gonna buy the regular tomato. It's cute. And a strawberry. This is a fruit, not a vegetable. I guess technically tomatoes are fruits. Whatever. Oh, then the space ones. Cute. Adorables. Let's go back to our. Do I want our demon puppy actually? You know what? I'm gonna go with the fox. I'll go with this fox for right now. Because we're gonna go get the other spirit. So now we're done in the kitchen. We're gonna go to the bay window. Do I need to do anything else? When the sun is out, every time I tidy the floor near the window, I notice soil-covered footprints. Do I need to turn off the rain? The sun is out. Afternoon, maybe? No. There's no oh, there is. You can clean now. Oh my god. I did not notice that before. Okay, so now you can clean by the window. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Thank you. Can I still have a ring? I can. Yes. Okay, we're good. That's cute. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hold this knife for me, will you? This is the Knife of Destiny. I shall guard it with my life and guard it against all demons and demigods who wish to steal it and claim dominion over the kitchen. I mean, yes. Yeah, the little carrot thing is cute. Carrot Knight. Did you find the Spanish or did you backtrack to read the smut? Gasha? You don't just rub smut in my face and expect me not to read it. Okay, so did you backtrack to the beginning of the smut to read it, or just start where you noticed tongue and peen? At least this book will give you a variety in smut versus Hunger's Desire is hetero norm smut. So I am a being that exists outside the laws of time and space. Not everything happens in order for beings like myself. Okay. Chaos reading. That's fine. I will say I appreciate character who uses the they pronouns. I actually heard I mean I didn't see the physical text, so I'm assuming it's ZE. But it could be XE. I'm not sure. But I heard neopronouns in Katie Roberts' most recent book because I listened to her books. And it was nice to hear it said out loud in a very like confident way. Like an audiobook narrator narrating a character with that. And I was like, yes, this is exactly the vibe that I wanted from my book. So you will have so much pronoun fun in my book. Just saying. A lot of non-binary fun going on in the book. Hopefully it's not confusing. Both Zezum and Zezum, I'm probably saying all of these things incorrectly, are totally very similar. The biggest difference that I'm aware, wait, hold on. You know what? Let me bring this up. Here we go. Biggest difference that I am aware of is that Zezum is rather new, where dyslexia was actually derived as far back as the 1600s. I remember you telling me that. I remember you telling me that. English, what a language. Yeah. When can we start speaking an alien language from a rifle already? You know, who knows? I actually learned in doing some research on dyslexia and like dyscalculia, because I'm pretty sure I have that too. I only know officially that I have dyslexia. That well, I didn't know that dyslexia and like dyscalculia are all considered neurodivergent disabilities or things, disorders, whatever you want to call it. So I can actually describe myself as neurodivergent. But two, that my problem saying names or words is actually from my dyslexia. And I just thought I was really bad at saying names or speaking words, words that I don't already know. And I felt very validated when I learned that that is actually a thing. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. No one told me that. I really wish the language of I don't know what that is. Hold on. Let me bring it up so other people can see it. I really wish the language of that had gained more momentum in the world. But at the same time, I wish we used the metric system in America. Yeah. I think if I had grown up with the metric system, it would have been just fine. But having to go back and forth, like you need to learn the metric system for the medical field is so hard. Is so hard. Especially when I started school, they were still very big on like everything is charted in a 24-hour clock and blah 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 blah. Excuse me. But there are things now at the hospital that are written in a 12-hour clock, and everyone talks in a 12-hour clock. And it's sometimes so difficult for my brain to flip back and forth because people are talking one way, but we need to write another way, or literally in one single note, they have a 12-hour time period and then a 24-hour time period. And I'm like, choose a format. Please, consistency, people. This is hard. And not in a fun way. Let's see. So here's the thing with the metric system. I was baking a cake the other day, and I had a recipe that called for 1 cup minus 1 tablespoon. What? There's no measurement for that in the standard system. It was like 0. Oh my god, cups. Okay, that's when you guess. That's when you say a prayer to your great nanita and your abuelas and your abuelitas and all of them, and be like, give me the spirit to know just the right amount of whatever it is, and that it magically works. It's like the other day, my husband was helping me cook because I still can't pick up things, but I'm trying to start doing things again. And he was like, how much do I put in this thing? I'm like, I don't know. I just put it in there. I just know. I don't measure. Or a few days before, he was like, how long does it cook? I'm like, I don't know. When it looks done. It's a vibe. I just go off a vibe. In the metric system, they would have been like 1 kilogram minus 1 gram is not. What the? Nope. I already can't comprehend what you're saying. Nope. My brain stopped at 1 kilogram minus. It's like, I don't compute anything else. I just realized the last of that comment says, I can do that. My brain stopped so bad that I didn't even read the rest of the comment. Oh my god. Yep. Nope. It's fine. I know I do math weird and my teachers hated it. You do math the way your brain makes sense of math. My brain does not understand math, sometimes in the most basic of forms. A lot of my math I figured out from cooking and baking, and even then, when I find new recipes for things, sometimes people use really, to me, weird measurements, and I get lost. And then I have to look up things or double check stuff, because then I start second guessing myself, because I understand it in a very closed context. And then anything outside of that, my brain can't comprehend or understand, which is not uncommon for people with dyscalculia, which is why I really think I have that too. Okay, I might be a little drunk, but weird segue into metric time. Okay. You're fine. I always thought measuring time in tens would be really weird. I mean, we measure time in fives until I realized, do you know how hard it is to do? Blah, blah, blah. Until I realized, do you know how hard it is to measure time in the way we do. Like if I asked you how long, I don't know, seconds is, do you know how many? Nope. I can't even comprehend that. So no. I don't even know what time it is when people are like half past whatever. I'm like, I don't know. Nope. I have no comprehension for that. No comprehension. In metric time, you just move the decimal over and you have hours. And I don't understand. You have now lost me like every math teacher in my life, including my father. I bet he would understand. Do you think it's realistic to describe stars like water droplets? If you're viewing it from space or from the moon? Because I'm now doubting my description. I am not supposed to be editing this. I'm just supposed to be reading it, but I can't help it. My character says I looked up and had a perfect view of the stars. They looked so clear, like water droplets, with nothing to obscure them, unlike back at home. Does that sound weird? A thousandth metric seconds, seconds, whatever, equals 1 metric hour. Okay, like boom. But what if you were a fish and if okay, and all you knew was a view of the stars from under the ocean? They're not fish in the story. I know for sure you've had a good amount of drinks now. Which also explains why you stopped your search for the Spanish in the book, because the smut caught your interest. Because you've been drinking. The stars are water drops. Hydration. Hydrogen, not hydration. Hydrogen. Oh, crisis. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. Do you remember one Spanish word you used that would make this easier? What? Do you remember one Spanish word you used that would make this easier? Oh, to find it. I mean, I can bring up the draft and tell you exactly where it's at. Hold on. Because I don't remember. I know it's in Oveja's POV. It's after the one night stand, but before she leaves the planet. I know that. Because it's between her and Luz. Well, there's a small comment on page 5, but it's not like a full sentence. And I know I have more somewhere. Oh, on page 5, they go back and forth a little bit. It's not that much. It's literally like little sprinkles. In the prequel, I literally have like a mini conversation with somebody in Spanish. So that one will be more needing to make sure it makes more sense. I just realized there's a difference. I can't remember what idioma means. Language. Wait, what did I say? I like recognize the word, but I can't remember what it means. This is the problem with reading Spanish, is that I know enough Spanish sometimes to read it, but it's just blah, blah, blah. I can't always turn it means language. Okay. See, I didn't even get that. I thought you meant language as in like I said something bad. But this is my problem. Like I recognize bits and pieces, and sometimes I can string a sentence together. But other times I can read it and know that I recognize things. But my brain is like Charlie Brown. And I'm like, I have no comprehension of anything. And it's so hard. Which is something else I learned that people with dyslexia already have a hard time learning like their primary language, and it makes learning secondary languages even more difficult. And I was like, great. Valid in every argument I had with my mom in trying to learn Spanish. Sort of like okay. Lingua actually means tongue. Yes, I know that. I would never have thought that meant language, though. But I can see where someone can make that connection. But people sometimes use the word lingua to also to mean language also. Wow, brain. Yeah, I can understand that. This is where it's hard. This is where also it happens, like when people talk to me in Spanish, I have the same problem. Literally when I read it. Sometimes I can pick up on what you're saying and your body language and know what you're saying, and I'm okay. Other times, you may as well just be telling me blah, 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 blah. Because even though I may know one or two words in your sentence, my brain at that moment cannot comprehend anything that you're telling me. And I'm just lost. Yep. Just lost. I feel better about it now. I do, though. As I've been doing more research on my learning disability, the fact that I have such a hard time is not abnormal. And it makes me feel better about myself. Versus all the times where everyone's like, you know this word, or you should know that. It doesn't matter if I knew that like yesterday when you told me this sentence. Now my brain's like, no. Nope. That was a one-time shot. The problem with humans is that half of language is idiom, like in English. We have weird stuff like till the cows come home. Yeah. Which we know means I'll be out late, but people who know other languages would be like, what? Yeah. I have heard from was it an English teacher or was it something I read? I don't remember exactly, but I had seen or read or heard or whatever the hell that someone had said that is the biggest problem with ESL, with learning English as a second language, is that we have so many idioms, like especially not. So I shouldn't even say English. American English is so full of idioms that it makes it extremely difficult for people to learn. Even for people from England to come over and just assimilate into the culture, we say so many random ass things like that people don't always comprehend or don't understand. And especially if you're like an ESL person learning a whole other language, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah. Every language is, though, like I've been trying to learn Japanese, and oh my god, Japanese idioms are crazy. Yes. No. Every language has idioms, and Japanese is has the ability to be very expressive. I learned that from watching anime YouTuber who speaks Japanese, and he compares languages sometimes. I've learned that that sometimes the problem with Japanese is that you have more than one way to say something. So it can be very expressive. So I couldn't imagine the idioms. But from what people have said in learning English, our language is so full of, like, I shouldn't say English again, American English, is that it's not just learning English and the weird ass rules that English has. It's to be able to speak well in like America. You need to be able to know like idioms and how to like understand context that's not actually there, like when the cows come home. So because our language is just full of random sayings constantly. Kind of like actually Spanish in like Mexico or in South America compared to Spanish in Spain. It makes the language in the Americas, like the whole continent, considered so what is it called? Bastardized. Because it's not as pretty and polished and nice. I might have to stop searching for Spanish and just get there naturally. I just found. I'm like, yeah, I need context for this. I give me the page numbers. Go back to the beginning or wherever you were actually last, wherever you last left off for reading. Oh, on my end, that was page 7. I'm curious now. Hold on, let me check. Page 7. Oh yeah, this is like the first this is the one night stand. Yeah. Nope, that makes sense. The very extensive smutzing. But go back to page 1 or 2 or whatever page you were on. I mean, believe me, I'm loving this. It's not often I get to read a sentence like that. Well, I would kind of assume so. That's not your cup of tea normally. But I mean, in book 1, you get all the genitalia. So, actually, in book 2 too, kind of. Not in the same way though. Sort question mark. I normally keep face out of things like that. True. Yes. But still, yep. Well, for that first sexy scene is very like heteronormative physically, like the actual like body wise. The fun stuff doesn't happen until later. What in the world am I trying to say? I think I'm trying to say fake. right. I had to get a refill. Did I miss anything? Nope. No, we did not. I have gotten to the point in the prequel where we find out there's only one bed. And our poor little Antichrist is panicking because she was not expecting that. La gasp, right? Hey, it's a prequel. It's only going to be novella length. It's short. I kind of went cliche with it, at least in this aspect. So why not? Wait, did I already say she was sitting? No, I did not. Okay, that's not a continuity error. There's only one bed, and it is heart-shaped with a quarter insert. That's the basic vibration function. They're half celestial beings. They don't need it to have a quarter insert. They could make it vibrate on their own if they wanted. Wow, now all I can think of is a divine being approaching me and telling me, "Oh, Brian, chiseled. Oh my god, my brain. Behold, for I am the celestial being of good vibrations." You know what? That is definitely something I could see Asha say. Especially if Asha's like in the early times when they were really trying to be bad and do what their duty as the Prince of Lust and pretending to be an angel to seduce somebody for whatever reasons. I could I could see Asha saying something like that. Like that would be something they would say 100%. I love it. That gives me Asha vibes so much. I spilled my drink. You'll get it. Wait until you read about Asha later in the book. You'll get it. You'll get what I mean by my beautiful, beautiful, gender fluid Prince of Lust. Yes. Or I don't know. Maybe that's more their vibe in the book in book 2 because we get to spend more time with them. I don't know. Or I just spend too much time with them in my head as a character because I do greatly adore them. I'm also currently reading them because they do make an appearance in the prequel also. I do that with my characters too. I get it. Okay, I'm going to read something to you guys that I feel like is the essence of gay panic. Where is that? I just read it and I lost it. Okay. So context, not tent, context. Emanuela, again, is the second coming, and she's radically different from Oveja in the sense of she's always known, she knew sooner than Oveja that she was the second coming. Her whole life has been about it. She's the good girl, like everything done correct. So being anything but straight has never been a thought in her brain. Not really. Now, her friend, who she's coming to meet for the first time, is the Antichrist, who is also a woman. At this point, they don't know who each other is. They don't know that each other are supposed to be mortal enemies. They're just here to meet each other for the first time because they were pen pals. So, context given. Emanuela has just come in to the suite where Terry is. So, let's see. So Terry says, sorry, I was going to meet you downstairs, but I got caught up. She smiled and my stomach tightened. Wait, what in the world are you doing? Get a grip, Emanuela. Ella, right? I'm sorry if I scared you. And then Emanuela says, no, I mean, kind of, but I willed myself not to blush as I took a deep breath and walked over to her and stuck out my hand. Hi, I'm Emanuela. Nice to meet you. She smiled, and I swear my stomach needs to stop. There you go. That's all I was reading. I hope that reads as like panic. Oh, we have a spirit. Let's see. Cute. Bloom scale. Well, hold on, wait. These plant-loving reptiles soak up water and nutrients through their tails, similar to the roots of a plant. You'll often find them basking in the sun with their tails dipped in a fresh bowl of water. It's their idea of pure bliss. Excuse me. Bloom scales often gather together to cultivate plants, creating their own tiny communal gardens. The plants growing atop each bloomscale's head is said to reflect their unique personality, from serene sakura blossoms to slightly prickly cacti. Gentle and curious, bloomscales make the perfect companion for nature lovers and aspiring gardeners alike. Oh, that's cute. I'm curious what the other ones look like. Let's see. I wonder what that one's supposed to be. That looks like a daisy. A sunflower. That's cute. That body looks appropriate. Oh, did we freak out for a second? Hold on. No, we're good. Okay. A succulent. And then I get the space. That one's actually kind of cool. Oh, that's cute. I like the sunflower one. I like this one too. Where am I? I don't want her to keep sweeping. That is not what I want. Oh, I forgot to switch back to the fox. Where's my fox? Here we go. Where am I at? You know what? We'll keep going. We'll do one more spirit. I think I have one more's worth in me. Let's go to the kitchen. I'll do this one. Simmer slowly over low heat. Do not overboil. Listen to the bubbles. Try brewing some tea while you wait. Okay. So let's go to simmer. And then we gotta change our companion to the teapot. Where is she at? This is my favorite one. It's not working. What else am I missing? Simmer slowly over low heat. Do not over... Oh, wait, the sound. I bet I need the sound. This one? Yes. There we go. What happens once you get every spirit? Then we just don't have any more spirits to find for a while until they give us a new one for the update. So, like, the kitchen is a DLC, and all the spirits that you find in the kitchen are new spirits added. And then the little, like, gecko thing is part of the spring update that just happened yesterday, I think it was. So they did a spring update and gave us one spirit. And they did the same thing for the Christmas update. But then what they do is that all the current spirits, or most of them, then get new skins to reflect the season. So for the spring update, every original spirit got a spring skin, even though we only had one new spring spirit. So, yeah, they just keep adding them. What would be nice is after a while you have like a collection of spirits. What would be nice is if the devs gave us an ability to have 2 companions. So you could have like your main companion and then maybe a secondary companion that kind of just like walks around and stuff in the background, maybe. I don't know. That might be too much for this game. It's supposed to be more simple. I don't know. I just sometimes wish I could have more than one spirit out at a time. I feel like that would be fun. So your Spirit Dex is absolutely nothing like a Pokédex. It has the similar vibes. So like for the spirits we don't know, it will tell you a hint of what you need to find it. And like all of them had that. So like there was the hint, and then once you find the spirit, you get a picture, and then you get to learn about the spirit. So kind of like how the Pokédex works, except for the hint part, where it tells you about the creature. But it's not a like a Pokédex where you're storing spirits in like a device. I don't know where the spirits are when they're not hanging out with me. So I don't know. Because the game is really meant, like, it has this interactive thing, and then like you can do decorations and you can change up your wardrobe and stuff, but it's really meant to help you with productivity. Because like you have like a to-do list here, which I don't use. You have a habit tracker, which I don't use, a journal if you wanted to, that I also don't use, and then a timer, which oh, they updated it. I like the old timer. I don't like this one. Oh, stopwatch now. And a timer, which I did use when we were doing time sprints, but I haven't done time sprints since surgery. Because I'm, trying not to stress my hand. I was going to do time sprints today, but I was clumsy and I hurt myself at work. So my hand is kind of swollen. So no time sprints. Let's see. If you're not looking at a spirit, does it even exist? You know what? Valid question. The quantum nature of the universe. For sure. Always focus on healing over all else. Yes, I know. I literally had 2 doctor's appointments today, and both medical professionals pretty much told me the same thing. I would like to get my swelling and slight pain under control before I have to go to OT on Wednesday, and my OT tortures me. Though I'm sure if I'm having a pretty bad day, he probably would go slightly easy on me. so late, but the bubbling noise really makes me want to go cook something. It's making me think soup. I almost made soup last week, but then I'm like, no. Maybe I'll convince the guys to let me make soup this week. I can eat soup whenever. I don't care if it's like 120 degrees out. If I want soup, I'm going to eat soup. It's the same mentality I have where I'm like, I don't care if it's like 30 degrees. If I want ice cream, I'm going to eat it. Like, I don't know. It's probably a little broken. But I will eat soup at any temperature. What about porridge? Porridge, oatmeal, grits. I have to be in a mood for it, honestly. I mean, I can still eat that in the summer too. My nana eats oatmeal 365 days of the year. So, like, I can, and I'm fine with it. But I have to want it. So. Okay, I have another sentence to read. So they're about to go to bed in the one bed, and we're in Terry's point of view, and she's freaking out because it's finally hit her that they have to share a bed together, and she's hyping herself up, down, however you want to describe it, where she's like, it's fine, we're adults, the bed is big enough, we don't even have to touch each other, like, it's fine. And Emanuela comes out and she looks very cute in like a basic nightgown, but you know, love. She looks cute. And I have a sentence here where Terry is saying to herself in her head, because again, she's like, Emanuela is so cute. Oh my God. She's like, to herself, so glad I don't have a dick. I have her say that twice, but just how because it's so glad I don't have a dick, not just so. I put extra O's in the so to be dramatic. The thankfulness that you can't have a dick, that you don't have a dick to give you away, that your friend arouses you. I'm like, yes, love it. It's so definitely a female thing to think. What do we have here? But I get it. It could be minus 20 outside. And when I go to the coffee shop, also order a frozen coffee. Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Heart-shaped bed is better. If I had a dick, there would be no way to hide it right now. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yep. Yep, for sure. For sure.
I just realized I have so many like little mini existential crises in this little novella. These girls are panicking so bad. I'm so mean. I am mean. I am mean to these girls. Oh my god.
Hi, Laura. How did the poetry slam go? Did you have fun? Did you get to read? Tell me. Details. I'm just kidding. You don't have to tell me details. But I want to know if you at least had fun. If you got to read. Just got home from the poetry slam and ice cream. I just had a little bit of ice cream before stream. I forget, what do I have right now? Is it oat ice cream? I think it's oat milk ice cream. Yeah. I had lots of fun. I performed one poem to yay! It's so hard for me to figure out how to clap. I performed one poem but didn't make it to a second round. That's great either way. I have not read out poetry since early college. Yes, early college. Even though I get invited to readings being part of the Arizona Poetry Society, I get notifications in our newsletter and then emails of like readings and stuff all over town. But I don't go for numerous reasons. Sometimes it's just I don't want to drive into town. Sometimes it's that it doesn't work with my schedule. Other times it's just that I'm scared to go. Because I haven't read poetry in person, I should say. Actually, no, just in general. I think the last time I read something, I recorded myself for a short. And I think that's it. I don't think I've actually read poetry even on stream in a long time or at all. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time. So you are brave and good job for you. I'm so proud. That sounds like so much fun, honestly. Thank you. It was fun. Yes. I'm glad. Oh, did you update your Spirit City? Because the spring update came out and we get one new spirit. And then all the other spirits have skins. But this guy is the new spirit. So he's cute. Bloom scale. It was a full house. They had to pull in extra seats. Wow. That's impressive. That's impressive. No, I haven't opened Spirit City in months. That's fair. I mean, there hasn't been any, I honestly feel like, especially because I don't change clothes all the time in the game. I kind of just am set. But there hasn't really been a big update since Christmas in the sense of like new spirits and stuff. So because they were focusing so much on the DLC. Let's see. Yeah, I got the Christmas stuff, but nothing else since then. They had like an update for Chinese New Year, but it was just clothes. It was just clothes. And like decorations. Okay, I'm back to paying attention now. What did I miss? Oh, JC, you missed a whole thing with me and Bungle. Which I don't know if they finally crashed out or if they're still here. And Laura's here now. And Laura got to read poetry live. Yay for her. Claps. In like my awkward way of clapping now. I should just sign clap all the time. It's just easier. I started laundry and now I'm in bed. Lots of great accomplishments. We're just trying to get one more spirit and then I'm gonna end stream. I've gotten to page 19 in my read through. Read through? Yeah, of the prequel. So I can finish writing this. I need a clean shirt for tomorrow. Yeah. Work shirt, that is. Oh, is it one of those where they only give you like 3 or 2 or some bullshit amount when you have to work 7 days or not 7 days, 5 days? I hate when companies do that. I'm like, in what universe does it make sense for this to happen? If you're gonna give your employees a uniform, they should have enough for every single day. They did that to my godmother. She had to do extra laundry, and I felt bad for her all the time. Yep, they gave us 2 shirts, and tomorrow is my 6th day in a row. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dumb. I hate when work does that. I thankfully have not had to deal with that. But I almost did for nursing school, because you have to wear your uniform to lab, and then you have to wear same uniform for clinicals, which is when you go out and work on site. And I almost bought 1 pair, and I'm like, it'll be fine. Nope, I bought 2 pairs. And I'm very happy for that, because it could have been a really bad situation. multiple times. I got my sleep study results today. Yay, okay. I have moderate sleep apnea. All right. My airways collapse momentarily 20 times an hour in my sleep. Yeah, they're getting me a CPAP machine. Well, luckily, a lot of the CPAP machines are a lot smaller now and a lot quieter. The biggest thing will be is you getting used to sleeping with A, something on your face, and B, getting used to the air pushing into your lungs. That's what most people tell me. Those are like the two things, the two biggest hurdles to get over for patients. But maybe you'll also get one that the CPAP machine that goes on the nose, where instead of a full mask, it's just like it just goes on your nose. I've heard that those are easier to cope with than like the full mask one. I'm a mouth breather, so I need a full mask. Oh, okay. Yeah. Most people who have some form of sleep apnea are mouth breathers. Blah. Gotta be up in. Oh yeah, because I go to sleep. Good night, Laura. Thank you for popping in to say hi. Have a good sleep. All right, we got new spirit. Oh, it's a little man. It's a little like old man face. Simmer stew? Simmer stew. Oh, it's like he has stew. Okay. I get it. Simmer stews are hearty spirits that have settled into a well-used cooking pot. Like their tea-loving cousin, kettle brew, simmer stews are quite picky about their vessel. Only a pot that is well-loved and has cooked over 100 meals is a suitable place for the spirit to inhabit. Excuse me. Many professional chefs seek out their own simmer stew to befriend, as the dishes they prepare are beyond measure. Simply toss in your favorite ingredients, and the resulting stew will be rich, flavorful, and somehow exactly what you were craving. Simmer stews prefer slow, gentle cooking sessions. Give it the time it needs to gently simmer, and you will have a savory meal as well as a struggle, as well as a stalwart companion. I'm still not convinced that I'm saying that name correctly. That's cute. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I want to turn off the bubbling. Let's see what else options he has. Oh, just a little bit. Just that one. And that one. Kind of like that one. Look at that. That's cute. Let's go back to our demon puppy, though. Oh, right. Well, that was our last spirit. My computer is quite warm. Okay. And I did get pretty far. I am at page 21 of 46. I'm literally stopping before scandal. So. That will be something to go back to later to read. And I'm, which is something that I had struggled and partially why I had stopped, because I was struggling to write it and struggling to love it. I have now refallen in love with the girls in this book and storyline. I've also been thinking about it, and I have a better idea for the epilogue in this novella. So, yes. But that is it. Nice job. Yes, thank you. Ooh, scandal. So that's it. Friday, yes, because I already have a preset. Friday we'll have hardcore. We will be playing Minecraft, and in theory you can continue to vote, but I've already picked where we're going to live. I will not say. You will have to come Friday to have your guesses confirmed. But yes, I had already made a decision last Friday, but then I got sick. So
This Friday, we will have Minecraft. We'll have hardcore. And then, yes. And then I think Monday, just in case you only come for sprints, yeah, Monday will be a normal day and we'll have, hopefully my hand will feel better and we'll have normal sprints that day. Again, there will probably be either shorter or longer. I don't know which will be better for me, but probably shorter. Excuse me. So be prepared for that. Unless my hand, I'm still struggling, then we'll just do more chill time where I'm doing work and we're talking and there's not pressure from a timer. But yeah, that's it. So Friday we'll have Minecraft, and then Monday we have more writing. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys Friday for sprints, or no, for Minecraft, and then if not, then Monday for sprints. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you guys Friday. Words, either one, both, whatever. Bye. Hello, StreamYard.